Okay, so like I said, in part one got cut off. I don't know why. It just does. But we never really got to the heading. We didn't finish actually calculating the heading. So you can see the work here. So if you just want the answer, then pause the video. There it is. But I'm going to get rid of it all, and we're going to rebuild it. Oops. I guess not oops. All right. So all this good stuff that I did on camera, gotta start over. I think I was just starting to say that to find the heading, and we'll leave that. You can see that I screwed it up by accident. Classic Mr. F, right? I put the side length in for sine, which is silly. The good news is if you make that mistake, no, there's no good news. If you make that mistake, you'll be in big trouble. Don't do it. All right. So what do we know? Just to recap, the heading that will take the boat back to the port is the angle formed by the north-south line and the blue line. So it's this one that I'm labeled in yellow as theta. We said that to find theta, we have to first find angle phi, which is the actual angle inside the triangle formed by the blue line and the green line. Now, to find theta, we're going to need phi, but we're also going to need to know this angle down here, formed by the green line and east to west. But that we know to be 20, because it's just alternate interior angles. So knowing all that, we know that we're going to find phi first, and to find phi, we'll do law of sines, knowing that phi is opposite from 1500, so we'll do sine of phi divided by 1500. We'll set that equal to the sine of the only other angle we know at this moment, which is the 130 degree angle that is formed by the green and the red. So we'll do sine 130 and we'll divide it by the distance that we just found previously, the 1800 mile long distance. So we just have to solve this equation now. We'll solve it by basically multiplying both sides by the 1500. 1500 will cancel out. And the 1500 will appear in the numerator over here. And then to solve for phi, we'll take the inverse sine of both sides. And so we'll have inverse sine of this whole expression, the 1500 sine 130, all over the 1861, blah, blah, blah. Then we'll pull up our calculator and we'll just type this in. And all that work, all that precious work, still sitting there in the calculator. Delete, delete, delete. Wait, should I have deleted? I don't think so. Well, old Mr. F really messed up now. Yeah, all right, that's fine. So we'll recreate it. So what are we doing? Inverse sine of 1500 sine blah, blah, blah. 130. Divided by, oh, I don't have the previous answer anymore because I deleted it like a fool. So I'm going to have to type it in, 1861.231. Now my answer is going to differ a little bit because I'm never really using only the 3 decimal places. I always have the full expansion, but this time I only have the 3. So we're going to get an answer that differs a little from what we had before, and I don't mind. This should be close enough, but 38,124, maybe that's not even different. That might be the exact same, but I might be off in the thousandths place. But 38.124 is theta. Nope, it's phi. It's phi. So can I bring that up? Yeah, of course I can. 38.124. Look at that. It's accurate. Okay, so what do we say to do now? Well, what we want is we want to know theta. So to know theta, we know that theta is the complement of the angle formed by the blue and the east-west. So that means we want to actually know what phi and the 20 are together. Or you could just think of it as we're going to do 90 minus phi and also minus 20, right? It's basically just 90 minus phi plus 20. So however you get there, whatever. Add 20 to phi and you get your 58.124. Now that means theta will be the complement. So just do 90 minus 58.124. And you get a heading of 31.876. degrees. So that's the end of that problem. So that's 2 navigation problems for you. Watching me do 2 is not going to ensure that you're actually prepared, so you better get into the packet and do more. And that's it. And I don't know, if you're still here, then you're probably the kind of kid that does want to hear me talk about how to find the other heading. Since I did put it in the question, I said find the heading that takes the ship back to port, but also find the heading that a ship would take from port to get to this ship. And that's kind of different, actually. So what do we got? Our heading would be this angle here that I'm drawing in orange. So, all right, what is that? Well, that's clearly 180 plus an extra 20 plus the angle formed between these two lines. So what do we know? And we know some stuff. So how would you find this angle? Well, maybe coming over here would help you to understand. Remember, we already found phi. Phi is 58.124. So we're finding ourselves again in a position where we already know 2 angles. So to find the third angle is easy. We're just going to do 180 minus 130. That's 50. Then we're going to subtract from that. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Trouble. Uh-oh. I do not like this. Huh. Maybe I did something wrong? You're saying 110? Why are you calling that 110? That dude's not right. $250. That's 20. And that's 200. So that's 20. So that's 20. No, this is definitely 90, 110, 130. Oh, this is not a good way to end a video. Oh, okay. Lucky for me, I'm just stupid, like always. Phi is not 58. Phi is the 38. We added the 20. All right. God. The things I do for you kids. So what was I doing? Let's do this again. So while I was concerned about trying to take away 58 degrees from 50, I'm not at all concerned about taking away 38.124 degrees from 50. That's going to be just fine. I don't feel like doing that in my head, though, because I'll certainly screw it up. So 50 minus that is 11.876. But that angle that I don't want to give a name to, because good Lord, I've already used 100,000 names. We've got phi, we've got theta. You can be alpha. So you're 11.876. So that means the heading that takes us from port to the ship is going to be, we said 180 plus 20 plus the 11.876. So that's just 200 plus the 11.876. So that means our heading is 211.876. So there. We've actually done all 3 things now. We've got the yellow heading, 31.876. Oh. We've got the distance, 1861, 231. So we've got all 3 things, and here's where I have to sheepishly admit that I'm a big dumb dummy. We didn't need to find this angle up here. That was foolish of me. We had alternate interior angles. We had the line formed by north-south, this other north-south. And those, of course, are connected by the blue transversal, creating alternate interior angles. So we actually already knew theta. So the 20 plus that angle, that's theta again. So all we had to do to find our heading was do 180 plus the theta that we already had. So my bad. I made you do extra work. I apologize. Wasn't that much work though. And it's good to think about alternate ways to work through these problems. So this thing that was supposed to be... Oh, and the fucking thing stopped again. Oh, no it didn't, but I cussed. Alright, you guys get your customary cuss at the end of a video. See you later, bye.